Dear all, a very good morning. In the previous lectures, we have observed or we have studied about different type of fault modelings. What is stuck at 0 and stuck at 1 fault and fault equivalence in those different circuits. We have studied what is the fault equivalence for different gates, as can be observed here. Which fault is equivalent for AND gate and OR gate and so on for each and every gate. Now, studying this fault equivalence, we can solve some of the numerical problems as has been given below. So let us have a brief look at these numericals. Okay. So suppose we have been provided with a circuit which has got at the starting 4 AND gates, then 2 OR gates, and finally an AND gate, and we want to test this circuit with the help of structural testing. Okay, so how will we start, how will we test, how will we look at how many multiple and single structure for stuck at faults are there, what is collapse ratio. So we will be looking at these things with respect to the circuit, and we will see one or two more examples related to such a circuit. Okay, so whenever we get a circuit of any type, okay, what do we have to do? We have to calculate how many lines are there. Okay, so if we will look at this circuit, we'll start from here: 1 and 2 lines, 3 and 4 lines, 5 and 6 lines, 7 and 8 lines, then 9, 10, 11 and 12 lines, then this is 13, this is 14, and finally this is the 15 line. So this complete circuit has got 15 nets or 15 lines. Now according to the formula of single stuck at fault, okay, for single stuck at fault in this complete circuit, there can be 2n single stuck at faults. Now the value of n is 15, so single stuck at faults can be 2 into n, that is 2 into 15, that is equal to 30. Now there was a formula as well for multiple stuck at fault, which was 3 to the power n minus 1. So if you will be using this formula for this particular circuit, it will come out to be 3 to the power 15 minus 1. So these many multiple stuck at faults can be calculated for this circuits. Now comes the important part, that is collapse ratio. Okay, now collapse ratio is number of faults left whole of divided by total number of faults. Now we know that total number of single stuck at faults, okay, whenever we are saying total number of faults, we will be referring to total number of single stuck at faults. So total number of single stuck at faults we have already calculated for this circuit, and it is 30. Now we have to see number of faults left. So what does number of faults left means? This means number of faults left after we have checked the equivalence of this circuit. So first we will be checking the fault equivalence for this circuit, and then we will calculate number of faults that are left. Okay, so I'll just zoom in a little bit. If we are focusing on this circuit, each line can have a stuck at 0 or a stuck at 1 fault, and that is what I have written here: SA0 or 1, SA0 or 1 on each line. Okay, here also stuck at 0 or 1, 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 stuck at 0 or 1. Here also stuck at 0 or 1 faults. Here also stuck at 0 and 1 faults, stuck at 0 and 1 faults. Now, according to fault equivalence, a stuck at fault at 0 at the input, a stuck at fault at input and stuck at fault at output, if they are same, that is they are equivalent, then they can be cancelled and only one fault will remain. Okay, so we have to see which faults cancel out and which remains. So first of all we have AND gate number 1, 2, 3, 4, OR gate 5 and 6, and then AND gate 7. So let us start calculating the stuck at faults which are getting cancelled. Okay, so we know that for an AND gate we have studied here, okay, stuck at 0 fault at input is equal to stuck at 0 fault at output, so these will get cancelled. and for OR gate, stuck at one fault at input is equal to stuck at one fault at output, so these will also get cancelled. So let us see in this particular circuit how many faults are getting cancelled. So stuck at this is an AND gate. So stuck at 0 fault at the AND gate is cancelled by stuck at 0 fault at the output of AND gate. So input stuck at 0 is cancelled by output stuck at 0. So I have just marked with a line that this is cut and this is cut. Similarly, for this AND gate, stuck at 0 at input is getting cancelled by this stuck at 0 at output. Now for this AND gate, stuck at 0 at the input is getting cancelled by stuck at 0 at output, and for this AND gate as well, stuck at 0 at input is getting cancelled by stuck at 0 at output. Okay. Then coming to OR gate. For OR gate, stuck at one fault at the input gets cancelled by a stuck at one fault at the output. So this stuck at one fault has been used and we are cancelling this stuck at fault at the output. Similarly, for this OR gate, this stuck at fault at the input is stuck at one fault at the input is cancelling stuck at one fault at the output. Then finally, for this AND gate, stuck at 0 fault at the output is cancelled by stuck at 0 fault at the input. So how many faults have been cancelled? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then 9 and 10, 11 and 12. Then 13 and 14. So total 14 faults have been cancelled. So earlier there were 30 faults, 14 have been cancelled, so we have got 16 remaining. So according to the formula, number of fault left upon total number of faults, we get the output 16 upon 30, and this becomes my collapse ratio. Now a normal or a natural question that will arise is why I am cancelling this stuck at 0 with this stuck at 0. So it is not compulsory. You can cancel this stuck at 0 with this stuck at 0 as well, but only one of these two stuck at zeros will get cancelled. Okay, that is what is the most important point to focus on. Okay, so you can cancel any one stuck at 0 at the input to any one stuck at 0 at the output. It was more comfortable for me to cancel the faults which are looking at the same time. Like if I will cancel from here to here, it will be sometimes we do get skip the terms. So to reduce that, I have cancelled the faults which are in the same line or same alignment. Wherever it is comfortable to you, you can cancel any one fault at the input with any one fault at the output. Okay. So let us quickly look at one more example. This is the given circuit in which we are having NOT gates 3, then we have got 3 AND gates here, 1 OR gate and 1 AND gate here. Okay, now we have to calculate again how many single stuck faults, multiple stuck faults and collapse ratio. So for that we have to calculate N, that is number of lines. So let us start. This is one line, this is line 2, then line 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and this is our 17th one and this is our 18th one. So total there are N is equal to 18 lines. So there are a total of 18 lines in this complete circuit. So according to the formula, number of single stuck faults will be 2n, that is 2 into n, n is here 18, so n will be 36, and multiple stuck faults will be 3 to the power n minus 1, that is 3 to the power 18 minus 1. Now we have to calculate the collapse ratio. So we have assumed stuck at 0 or stuck at 1 fault at the input and stuck at 1 and 0 fault at the outputs for each and every gate. So here is stuck at 0 and 1, now stuck at 0 and 1 and stuck at 0 and 1. So see, this is not a line actually, this is a branch. So stuck at 0 at this and this branch will get cancelled, but not before this, so these will remain as such. So this is also a part of 3 line system. Okay, so that's why the total number of lines are coming 18. if you will observe keenly, there are many lines which will be branching, so we will have to calculate them as individual lines, and then only you will get to see the 18 lines. Okay, so we have included different stuck at 0 and 1 fault, which have been shown or represented by zeros and ones in each line. Now let us see how many faults are getting cancelled. So this stuck at 0 gets cancelled by this stuck at 1, because that is the logic for fault equivalent, that stuck at 0 or stuck at 1 at the input will get cancelled by stuck at 1 or stuck at 0 at the output. So if I am cancelling stuck at 0 here, it will get stuck at 1 cancelled here. If I am cancelling this stuck at 1, then it will cancel this stuck at 0. So we can take only one of these. Similarly, this will not be affected. This is because after this it is getting branched, so this does not affect the branching statements. So 0 and 1 here, 0 and 1 here. So this 0 will cancel this stuck at 1 fault. Now the other one line is going to this AND gate, and we have got this line which is again dividing. So this 0 and 1 of the line will not be affected by 0 and 1 here and 0 and 1 here, and we get a line here for this NOT gate. So its stuck at 0 is getting cancelled by it, stuck at 1 is getting cancelled by stuck at 0. Now let us, these three NOT gates have been dealt with. Now we are coming to AND gate. This AND gate will cancel stuck at 0 faults. Now stuck at 0 fault, this is cancelled, so I cannot cancel this stuck at 0 with this, so I'll have to cancel this stuck at 0 with this stuck at 0. Okay, then coming on to this NAND gate, it is a branching statement from this, so it has got its individual 0 and 1. It is also branching, so it has got individual 0 and 1. So any one of these stuck at zeros can cancel this stuck at 0. So I have cancelled this with this. Similarly, because it was a branching statement, so this will not affect this, so it has got individual 0 and 1, and this line has got individual 0 and 1. So any of this stuck at zeros, this one or this one, will cancel this stuck at 0 fault. So I will cancel this stuck at 0 with this stuck at 0. So all these three NAND gates have been now dealt with. Now comes this OR gate. For this OR gate, a stuck at 1 will get cancelled with stuck at 1, so I can cancel it either with this AND gate or this AND gate. Presently I have cancelled this stuck at 1 and this stuck at 1, so this OR gate has now been dealt with. Then finally comes this AND gate, where stuck at 0 should get cancelled with stuck at 0. So it has got two lines, one is this one and one is this one, so I can cancel stuck at 0 here with this one or stuck at 0 here with this one. I have chosen this one, and these two have been cancelled. So now let us see how many gates have been cancelled, or how many faults have been cancelled. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 and 16. So 16 stuck at 0 faults, 16 stuck at faults have been cancelled. So earlier we had 36 faults, so 36 minus 16, only 20 faults will remain. So my collapse ratio is 20 upon 36. A general thumb of rule for this can be that if you perform the calculations very correctly, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to the 16. So if you perform these cancellations and fault equivalents very correctly, you can get 2n fault cancellations for each gate. That is, 2 faults will get cancelled for each gate. So if you will just calculate the number of gates, you can get a rough idea how many faults will be getting cancelled. But just by saying or calculating number of gates, you will find out the collapse ratio. That cannot be done. You have to check whether or not individual stuck at faults are getting calculated, and you have to show, otherwise you will not get your marks as well. Okay, so this is just a shortcut method to check, but you do have to show how many stuck at faults are getting cancelled and at what place which stuck at fault is getting cancelled with which one. This is all for the present lecture.